Kathrine, next year, your 50th anniversary of first running Boston. Wow. What are you thinking?
I got to tell you, it's like it was yesterday.
Running
Really,
the first one.
50 years ago. I mean, I can't believe it has been 50 years.
And you get reminded every year, every time they run Boston, you're in the news.
Yeah, it's because this, the story of running and the official attacking me and trying to throw me out of the race. I heard behind me shoes, leather shoes. It sounded, scraping, and they were going fast. He grabbed me by the shirt and threw me back. It was reprised all the time. But I do the commentary of the Boston Marathon now every year, and I'm watching the progress of the race, the evolution of the women, the different countries coming to the fore, the issues and stuff. So every Boston's an amazing story in itself. Totally amazing story.
But this time you get to run it, and you're going to have a team with you running it with you?
I am. First of all, I got to tell you a story.
Yes.
In the Boston Marathon, you remember this number, 261 was the number I was wearing when the official attacked me, tried to pull it off. And he cut this corner and ripped the corner, right? So that's become this logo, which is on my shirt. And it's become now a number meaning fearless in the face of adversity, and it's morphed now into a 501c3 charity called 261 Fearless, because everybody was relating to this number, saying that number makes me feel fearless in the face of adversity. So we harness this and have made a foundation that has a series of clubs, events, training programs, merchandising, and of course, they're going to be the beneficiaries of charity bibs that we have now with the Boston Athletic Association for the Boston Marathon next year.
The 2017 one.
April 17th, 2017. 6 months from now.
Wow.
And if you want to run with me and you want to be on the starting line with me, you have an opportunity.
Great. So there's still some openings?
Yes, there are. Go to www.261fearless.org. Right on the homepage, there's a link, and you get all the information about joining us.
And they'll have the option of running with you?
I'm not going to say they can run with me, because if I'm going and I'm going well and they're behind me, or if they're up in front of me, I'm not going to hold them up.
Oh, okay.
But we will all be together at the start line.
Oh,
for sure.
That's the important thing.
And
at the
we're
start.
going to have pasta together the night before. We're going to party down with some beers afterwards. It's going to be a week-long celebration for sure. The amazing thing, though, is that we talked about this earlier. In life we don't get many 50th anniversaries. And so this is like the moon landing, if you see what I mean, where if you're going to be there, you've got to be there. And I am very, very excited to have a group of women, a flotilla of women around me, wearing 261 and 261 clothes. Reebok's making us 261 clothes.
So it's a charity women only? Could men sign up for this?
Well, we're keeping it to women only.
Okay.
The BAA asked us to let's make this a women's event, because it's a celebration of 50 years of women at Boston.
But be there cheering them on, cheering the women on.
Yes, absolutely. We're gonna have a really amazing time. But I think also it's really serious in terms of the fundraising aspect. Is I think it's tough for anybody, of course, at Boston. They say it's not. They raise millions and millions of dollars at Boston, but the money that the women raise is going to the foundation, which is going to help women be empowered through the vehicle of running. And we're hoping to reach women in the Mideast, North Africa, and difficult places. Running has changed so many women's lives. It's been it's transformational. We know how it's changed our lives and empowered us, and we really want to get that message out there to as many women as possible. And so the funds are going to go a long way to create training programs and clubs. For the
261 Fearless Foundation.
That's right.
You guys, besides these programs, do you have your own marathons going on?
We have some, yes. We're franchising the brand, 261 Fearless. There's a race in Mallorca and Spain, not a bad place to go. But most recently, we also franchised the number to China. So we're going to have a very, very big event in China in late 2017.
You're going to be there,
November.
Obviously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure.
You got to be there.
It'll be the first international women's marathon in China, which is going to be very exciting.
Wow, that's very special.
It's very special because, China's a big booming place. And,
oh, yes.
And there's a whole generation of women coming through now who are not necessarily dependent on farming rice or being married to somebody. They're, educated, independent women who are becoming very empowered and strong, and we want to help that culture.
Now, your first marathon in Boston, now the clothing must be tremendously different from that first year. You probably had to make your own clothing at that time.
I did. I used to make my outfits, but of course in '67, everybody remembers me wearing this baggy gray sweatsuit. But you try to explain that it was 34 degrees and sleeting and a headwind, and everybody was dressed alike. You know, even though I had on cute little shorts and top underneath, man, I was wearing everything I owned that day to stay warm. But so yeah. Of course, the baggy gray sweatsuits back in fashion now. You know that. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, the evolution of clothes. I think I remember talking to you about creating running skirts because the men's shorts were so chafy and horrible that I wore a little skirt so that my thighs wouldn't chafe. That has become, of course, a running fashion. But now, hey, listen. You know, we're talking about retail and running. The women, you know, are natural-born shoppers, and they're leading the retail industry in shoes and in running clothes right now, and fashion is an item. If it makes women feel empowered and happy and looking good to run, why not?
Especially for that final photo opportunity.
Absolutely.
Any closing remarks?
Yes. Running is transformational for women, and we're really hoping with 261 Fearless to really reach out and to take the message that has made all the women listening and watching today, and men too, so empowered and full of self-esteem from running. We want to reach women all around the world because we've seen it change whole societies. And so I thank everybody and you for the support.
Thank you so much for stopping in.
Thanks.
It's a pleasure.
This has been a Gotta Run with Will moment.